Thanks, Jeff. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, is my mic on? I didn't notice.
It's okay.
Let's see here. Where is it? There you are.
You might get your own little private session.
Really? Oh. Well, it is a busy time. I guess people are, running around trying to sell houses.
Yeah, it's picked up for everybody. So
It's like compliance, back to learning how to use.
yeah, it's all the fun stuff. Nobody wants to learn how to do compliance.
Compliance. So it's okay. I said compliance. I mean, I need to learn designs at the moment for doing marketing on Facebook, but
As far as using the design command app.
yeah, yeah. So I've not mastered that. I mean, I think I took a class when we all had classes together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I can show you a little bit afterwards.
All right, sounds great. So we're going to do compliance. So I'm here to listen to what you have to do. I did pull up commands, so I have my command up. Fortunately, it's on the same computer.
Okay. So I am going to share my screen.
All right, now I need to get to your screen.
Yeah, there it comes. Yeah.
So can you see my screen there, Nancy?
I see it, and it's a little bitty one. So now I have to get you back up to being big, which means I'm not with command being open. Come on. Let's see. Come on. Minimize. I don't want to minimize. I want to maximize. Now that I might have to just come back in here. Close out stuff. See if you show
Too many screens open.
Yeah, well, I tried to have the screen for command open. Now I only have one screen, but you're not coming up as big in it. In the you're like this little block box here.
Yeah, you should see my screen. My screen should be the big one.
Yeah. I see it as a little thing up here in the end.
Do you see command? It looks like it's a KW command screen.
Yeah, it's a command screen. I'm just trying to figure out how to put you back to being big instead of being the little thing. Now you're there, but it's still small.
Okay. All right, so I am going to run through opportunities, and then from opportunities, loading your documents into command for compliance, and then creating an offer in order to do your commissions. So getting rid of green sheets,
Right.
which is the plan. Yay!
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, I found that the DocuSign thing was a bit much. So I'm back to you, .loop.
So you can do it either way. It doesn't matter where they're hosted. The key when you're doing it is obviously don't flip back between DocuSign and .loop. If you're going to do .loop, stay in .loop. If you're going to do DocuSign, stay in DocuSign. Okay.
Right.
So we have a contact in front of you. We've already created the opportunity, right? And then we're just going to click on the opportunity here. Okay. So under the opportunity, you'll have the details section, your seller profile. And what's important here is your documents. So this is all looks familiar. This is what you've seen before. So here's a big tip if you haven't been doing this before, is if you're going to load all your documents and you've already had them into DocuSign, you've already started the transaction. So you click on this and it would bring you up to DocuSign. And DocuSign is where you have all your documents and compliance, okay? So your documents live in DocuSign, but then you would load them into Command for compliance purposes. Okay, so once you're back in Command, you want to attach those files into Command for compliance. So what I'm going to do, since I know everything's already in DocuSign, I'm going to hit attach multiple files. So I'm not loading them one by one. Okay, so they're already in DocuSign. You can upload these manually if they're on your computer, but I know they're in DocuSign because that's where I send all the contracts to my clients. Everything's saved in there. So I'm just going to click on DocuSign. It's going to ask me where in DocuSign is this. So I could either search it or I can just type it in because I have them all named the same thing. Consumer Novit. I have the Social Security authorization. I have the MLS sheet. I have the seller's property disclosure. And I have the mortgage payoff. Okay. So then I'm just going to say attach. So now you can see here on the right-hand side that this document has been loaded into Command for compliance. You can also remove or you can reprint these if you need to directly from Command. And if you want to add a comment to Kathleen, you can always send a message directly from here. This is a new listing. Okay. And then once I've put all my documents in Command, I'm going to hit Submit to MC. It's going to ask me, do I want to, is everything accurate? And then I'm going to hit Submit. And that's really simple. That's submitting your documents, uploading your documents onto the system. As you go throughout the process, you have your any price changes, any withdrawn, any Social Security information. And then if you go under contract, the same thing. Very important, if you have a referral, making sure that you're putting the referral form as well under the system. Okay? Any questions on uploading documents for compliance, Nancy?
Well, I guess what's the difference with doing the dot loop? So I anticipate that my next one will be coming over from dot loop.
So it'll be the exact same. Let's see if I can go back here. And I'm going to create a new opportunity. So if I go to the document section again, now I'm going to actually start a transaction, and I'm going to start it under dot loop.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go to transaction. It's going to ask me to sign in. All right, now I'm signed in, okay? Now, if I had documents here, I would do the same thing. Have the documents into .loop. So now I have my documents in .loop. I'm going to go back to command. I think we're in the right one. And then I'm going to attach files from .loop. Same thing that we did under. So it's the same way, it's just under a new system, under .loop. So the same exact process, it's just under .loop. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and so do you wait until you're ready to finish a transaction to move documents over, or do you do it as you're going along and you have documents that are the final version of that particular document?
So you can always update the document. Obviously, as soon as it's signed, it should be submitted to the MC. You should have the consumer notice and documentation uploaded. So say, for example, I want to add some more. I've already submitted this to the MC. I want to add more documents.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. We're going to add and then I would just hit sync transaction to update. Okay. So you can always go back and add later. Say I need to remove this and update it with a new one. I just removed it, and then now I'm going to add the new updated one.
Okay.
So you can always change it every time. Just hit sync transaction afterwards. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So now you did all the hard work. You got it listed, and now you got an offer. So right in this time, you're probably getting multiple offers.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually do your whole multiple offer situation under command. Instead of having to write it out, put it in an Excel spreadsheet, you can actually do this all in command and then send it to your client for review. So you can put in the offer date, put in the close date. It's going to ask you for your parties. So buyer 1 and the agent, the co-op agent. It's going to ask if they're pre-qualified, pre-approved. Then you're going to ask for the terms. So they're paying in cash. So then they're putting down $10,000. We don't really have option fees here. Is there a notice for termination? Is the seller contributing a seller's assist? Are they contributing to settlement costs? Okay, that's where you're filling that information out there. Then you have your agent analysis. You could write your pros and your cons for this deal. You could say it's a cash offer, no inspections. Cons is maybe it's the settlement date delayed. And I'm going to save that. All right, so now I have an offer in the system. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Say, for example, I have another offer. And I want the sellers to receive multiple, to see all the offers.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to put in the second offer. And then I'm going to put in their offer is $250,000. But they're financing 30, so it's actually 280. And they're putting down $5,000. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're looking for, let's see, $3,000 on an assist. So I would say seller assist, house may not appraise, price over asking. And I'm going to save that. Now I have 2 offers in the system. And I want to send that to the seller to review. So I'm going to select these 2, and then I'm going to hit compare offers. So you have a comparison right here of the two offers side by side.
Hmm.
The
Mhm.
cash amount, finance amount, earnest money, option fees, close date, and your pros and cons, your information here. You can actually download this, and it turns into a PDF as well that you have. And then you can also email that. So it'll email directly to the client. You can see what that looks like. Actually, the email looks like this. You have two offers. Here are your offers. You have the close date, the cash amount, the pros and cons that you listed, and then you can follow up with the client. All right.
Mhm.
So at this point, we want to get paid on it. We've talked to the seller, and they said, "Hey, we're going to choose the lower offer. We just feel more comfortable." So they're going to accept that offer. Okay.
Erica, just out of curiosity, have you sent multiple offers to your clients using that so they can
Yes.
see them, and any feedback? Like, is it?
So the only thing is they don't see the contracts. So that's the only reason why I have to still supplement it with the contracts. But it's an easy view of seeing everything line by line next to each other.
Yeah.
Do we have to use that?
You don't, not at all.
I mean,
You
because
have to put the
But
offer
you
in.
have to put the offer in and accept it in order to generate the commissions tab. So when we were under offers here, we hit accept the offer.
So could you just put in one offer if
you can
they?
put in one offer. You can put in one offer, the final offer that you go with, and hit
Right.
accept. And
Uh-huh.
then once you hit accept, then this will become, won't be grayed out anymore. This will populate. So very important, you must put the offer in order for the commissions to populate. So whatever offer you accept, you can always put that, you have to put that one in.
Okay.
Okay. So now we go to the fun part, getting paid. Yay. Looks like they just changed some of this, so I gotta change the contract date. I think I had it as today, so. And now this is the part that's important. So you're gonna edit your payment here. So the great thing about this is it calculates your cap. It calculates any fees that you've already had to the office. So you can see that your cap's here. You can see your royal fees here, and you can see any balance that you have. So you're gonna edit your payment. So before, when we were under the system, we had the details as 3% commission. So 3% commission off the 220 is the 6,600. Okay. Your E&O, if you owe any of that, that will come out. If you're going to give money to KW Cares, we always do. So we put $10 there. You have, if you're doing a board scholarship or if you're donating to KW Kids Can. But if you want to do your deductions, so you're doing an outside referral, you're doing an inside referral, you're doing your deductions for conveyancing. Let's put that in here.
Oh, I can actually see it now. I finally hit the right button.
Oh, is it big now?
Yeah, so I can actually read it. I was like there with my face on the screen trying to just see anything.
So you can see we calculated our commission. We have our deductions that came out. That was the $10 that we gave to KW Cares, the $185 for conveyancing. Well, it's $125 and $50. So total, you're $185. So you can add all your deductions that you would have, so you could actually see what your actual net amount will be before you get your check from the office, from the MCA. So then you can just compare the two. What you have here should be exactly what they give to you on your DAF form or your disbursement form. And then very important here is you want to also make sure that you're putting in any referrals. So if you have an outside referral, you want to make sure that you're putting the referral percentage here. Let's see, $3,000. tax ID number, usually it's the EIN number, their broker company information, their agent information, so that way Kathleen can pay that out as a referral. So any type of cost that will come out of your commission, you want to make sure that you're completing here and saving that. So then you can see your final deductions. So you can see here that our net amount is $6,405 minus the deductions that we currently put in the system. Okay.
Mhm.
And then once that's done, you're going to hit submit. And then that will go to the MCA. Any questions on that, Nancy?
No.
All right, so I did promise you that I would show you some design stuff. If we had a little bit of time, we got about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna pop in designs and show you. Facebook is what you're looking for, right, Nancy?
Yeah, I'll post.
Is it more creating designs or then posting to Facebook? Which one is it?
I just haven't done it, so yeah.
Okay,
Or
So
not
I-
recently.
I'll show you the one that we actually just did. Well, I'll do a new one. So you're gonna hit the little, you're going to designs over here, your little widgets.
Yep.
You're gonna hit your plus button down here on the right-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's gonna ask you what type of design you're gonna wanna create. So right now we're creating something for Facebook. So I'm gonna hit social. And then we're gonna say, we wanna import that from our listing. So we don't have to load that from the computer or anything. Make it nice and easy for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then it's gonna ask, which listing is it? So let's see. All right. So they have been doing some updates on the system. They have your KW app. So promoting your KW app is already built in. We have all these new designs here. They're pretty awesome. We try to use these designs at least once a week, promoting your app.
Uh-huh.
Then under here, you have your listing section. You have all your different opportunities for sale, just listed, price updates, your neighborhood snaps, your open houses, under contract, just sold, your local expert, then any buyer type of designs. So your neighborhood snaps. Keller Mortgage is a great one. I know a lot of people who run ads off of Keller Mortgage in order to get leads, buyer leads, because right now rates are so low. I just saw a rate for 2.9% on a 30-year mortgage. So it's always something to do. Even if they're not going to use Keller Mortgage, it's a great way just to promote mortgage rates and use the ads that are here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have your lead gen for your website, your home evaluation, any holiday greetings, client testimonials that you might get if you're doing an event, client love, so happy birthdays, home anniversaries, and then KW love, right? You have your business basics, you have your email signature, and then you have branding for your templates for your Facebook headers or your Twitter headers or your LinkedIn headers. And then we have the tab for leadership. So this is really for the in-office stuff. And then there's new designs. So if you're using Instagram stories or Facebook stories, they have some templates for you guys. So it makes it a lot easier for you to not have to know the sizes of things. They already have it built in for you. So let's go up to, we got a house for sale. Are you working mainly with buyers or sellers, Nancy?
I go both ways. I just haven't had a lot of business, but I am getting ready to list something. So I'm hoping that'll generate some new leads. So,
Okay. So say, for example, you got your new listing and you want to promote your listing. So we'll use one of these ads that are already built in here. So we'll say for sale. Now it's already pre-selected to Facebook. So if you want to resize it for Instagram, you can always do that too. So we'll just click on here. The image is already built in, but say we want to change that image. We want to use the image of our listing, right? So I'm going to select this image here, make sure it's highlighted. And then I'm going to go to KWLS, okay? And then up here, it says replace image.
Okay.
So all I do is click here, and now I've replaced the image. So then I'll edit here, I'll edit the address.
Now, how did you get to that photograph? Oh, because you pulled up your listing.
I pulled up the listing.
But if you didn't have your listing out there yet, it's not published yet, how would you might have a photo in your pictures in your computer.
So if you want to do that instead, so I'm going to add a picture from here. Let's see, here somewhere. Yeah, but you can just literally add them here. I think I can.
Okay.
Not sure why that's not working. But you can always load any pictures that you want from outside. There's just an add button, and then you would pull that picture. And then I want to change the KW logo here.
Right.
I'm going to delete that. Oops. And now I have a logo here. And you can always edit the information down here just by double clicking and changing that information.
Right.
So once you do all that, you can go back out of the system. So you'll go back to KW, I'll save that. X out of designs. And now we have this in our design template. So I want to post it on Facebook, but we're going to post it through command. So we're going to go to campaigns. And we're going to go to social posts. And you can now schedule posts out. So you can schedule posts here throughout the week. I wouldn't suggest scheduling so far ahead because things become irrelevant at some point. But it's good here. You can start to see your engagement once you start posting through the system, and it'll start doing analytics on your post. So it's great to have everything built within the system. So we're going to hit create a social post. And we will say just listed in Chester Springs. And we will choose from designs. We're going to select that we just worked on. So we want to make sure that we pick the wide size so it doesn't crop the wrong picture. So we've adjusted that up here.
Okay.
Crop that. You can actually add your DBA logo, but I already have the logo on the image, so I'm not going to do that. You can include your ownership statement. Each office is independently owned and operated, but that's actually on the picture as well. Then you pick the schedule of the post. So you can publish immediately, or you can schedule it out at a certain time and date. And then you select the pages that you have connected. And if you want to keep doing this, you can hit create another. So once you hit submit post and schedule post, I don't want to do that. It'll actually pull up the screen again in order to create your next post. So say, for example, you're posting for the whole week and scheduling it out. You can keep doing that continually.
Okay.
Okay. So really simple. Obviously, the key here is you want to make sure that you have your Facebook page connected in your settings section of command. So if you're under your profile, under your name, you hit settings. And then you'll be under your post scheduling is one area. And then you want to make sure you always have your ads manager. So if you're actually posting ads, you want to make sure that's connected. So if I go here, it'll actually say connect, and it will have you log into your Facebook account and then choose your business page that you have for posting. Okay.
Okay. Any
other questions, Nancy?
Not right now.
All right. Well, I am out of time, but thank you. And glad to be a substitute for today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right.
See you soon. Okay.